Sorry.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Oh? Yeah! Yeah. Why?
What?
Yeah. Got it. Great! I hate that woman!
She was a handful, wasn't she?
What's wrong with being passionate? Not to mention, she was kinda cute.
Of course that's why you like her! Well... yeah. I don't think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books. You've got a good sense for people, don't you, Dohalim?
You honor me with your kind words.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret these.
Primed and ready!
Are those rocks its skin?
No escape! Crush!
The flashing parts are their weak point.
Blow away! Ready slash! Eternal devastation!
There you go!
There you
Don't
are.
let up!
All good things come to an end.
Air!
I'm not done! Raining...
Thank you.
Stay away from my friends!
Raging
I'm not done! Internal devastation!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation!
Damn it!
Lightning!
No patience!
The earth throbs in pain.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Take this!
Hurricane! Resuscitate! This one's mine!
Crush!
Eagle God!
You're finished!
Rolling!
Raining...
I've let you all
Will this
down.
help? Healing circle! Energy! Back into the
Why'd
fray.
you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Watch and far enough! Annihilation! Searing flame!
Take
Reload!
this!
Here's
You're
a healing
finished!
art!
Crush!
Hurricane!
Blow away! Crumble! You're mine!
Thunder flame!
Blow
Searing
away!
flame! Reload! I'm back into the
Blow
fray!
away!
Magna ray! Lightning! Searing flame!
Raining... Damn it!
I'm out of
Only I'd
ammo.
been more careful.
Resuscitation!
Talon Hurricane!
That's gonna smart.
Raining Slash! Eternal devastation!
Magna ray!
Raining Slash!
Feel.
I'm not done!
I'll be saving this
I
one!
can carve through. I'm just getting started.
Raging red! More hurricane! Reload! Eagle
Ride!
Raging
Charges to me!
Downfall!
Not a chance!
Hurricane!
Eagle take this!
Lightning!
Blow
Downfall!
away!
Shining
Try harder! Not a chance!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that.
Annihilation!
Talon Hurricane!
Let's
tear 'em up.
Crush!
I'll bring you back from death to
Dragon
this.
down!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Blow away! You picked the wrong fight! Crush!
Talon
Hurricane! Blow away! Double Fury Fang!
Raging cascade evil! In here! Freeze laser! Letting you all cast away!
Rip and tear!
Here's the spear! Here's the evil!
Take
Here
this.
goes! Freeze
Swallow
laser!
them.
And this world!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Power of water!
Blow away!
Thunder
Eternal
evil!
devastation!
Blow away! In the wind!
Raining...
Air thrust! Photon! Annihilation! Magna Raging cascade! Searing flame!
Blow away! Raining Slash!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
It's finished.
Let's do it!
Eternal devastation! Raining Slash!
Talon Hurricane! What
Rip and
lightning
tear.
stems! There! Thunder blaze! A new lease on life!
Talon Hurricane!
Eagle
Thunder
Flash!
heal!
Talon Storm! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Searing flame!
Strike!
Another
Here I come!
right there!
Crush!
Annihilate in the wind! Sleep now and go!
One keeps charging up!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Gus! I'll leave it to you! Crush!
Seal!
This one's all mine!
Let's get your shadows away!
Talon Hurricane!
Eagle God!
What's this?
Blow away!
It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest!
Burning strike! Glacial lightning! Raging storm! In here!
Talon Hurricane!
Here comes something big.
Try to die!
I'll smash you. I'm just getting started.
This one's all mine!
We got more with that glacial spear! Lightning condemned!
You'll pay for that!
Freeze laser! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear!
Blow away!
Here's evil!
Eternal devastation!
Freeze laser! In the wind! Air thrust! Light astral energy! Lightning condemned! Thunder blade! I'm out!
No further.
Watch and weep! By the power of water! Magna
Here I
ray!
come!
Steel force! Gemini aqua!
Raining...
Raging cascade!
Blow
Searing
away!
flame! Reload! I'll be saving
Raining
this one!
Slash! Burn!
And again! Raging storm! More where that came from!
Blow away!
It looks like you've got this one covered! Shining supernova! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light at... Field! Magna ray!
The earth
The
throbs with
enemy is
pain.
going all out! I'm back into the fray! Searing flame! Reload! Lightning orb!
It's about to strike!
I'm all stuffed up!
Look sharp, everyone!
Annihilation! Born up! Mega
You may be strong,
Bruised all over.
but I'll never
Did
back
you even
down.
notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know. Pathetic. The stockpile.
That did it.
Raging cascade. Sealed. Art expert coming through. Enemies immobilized. Tempest swirl. All right. It's
Eternal
showtime.
devastation!
Confiscated.
Ready?
Dance in the wind. In here. More for the stockpile. All right. It's showtime.
We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Ready to go!
Take this!
Raining Take this! Crush! Raining slap! Here I come! You're finished! Raining slash!
Now or never.
Try harder! Not a chance! Blew away! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Take this! Raining Slash! Crush! Try harder! Crush! Blew away! Crush! Demon Fang! No further! Blew away! Demon Fang! Here I come! It's over! Try harder! Not a chance! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation! Not today! Eternal Devastation! It's time! Demon Fang! You're mine! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Born up!
Here I come! Crush! Blew away! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! It's on! Hurricane Thrust!
I can handle it!
Hurricane Thrust! away! Try harder! My turn! Eternal devastation! Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this!
Demon Fang! Take this! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! It's on! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Here I come! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's time! No further!
Far enough!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Rising! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Take this! I'm not done! Blow away! Eternal devastation! Ignite! Blow away! Eternal...
I can handle it!
Demon Fang!
You require a hand.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Try harder! Blow away! Eternal devastation!
No further!
Demon Fang! It's on! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! You're mine! Try harder! Not a chance! Raining Slash! Eternal devastation! Eat dirt! Raining Slash! Eternal devastation! Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
finally made it.
Okay.
We finally made it.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help. Hello.
Huh.
Huh?
Kisara.
Right.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yeah. It'd probably mess us up good.
I hate camping out. me rush you. You gotta jump for cover, okay? Healing Hurricane!
Aim for the weak spot.
This is a
Demon Fang!
Searing Flame! Reload!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kizaru!
Take it! I'm on it! Eternal Devastation!
Glimmer Dragon! Lightning Orb! More where that came from!
Raining Talon Storm!
Annihilation!
Far enough.
Mega Rail!
Eat this! Come on, roll now! Now you see what I can do!
Glacial Spear.
Here's the evil! Light
Eternal
Astrolator!
Devastation!
In here!
Eat
I'll
this!
be saving you! Reload! Here goes!
Take this!
A banana! Let's go!
Raining Slash!
Reload! I'm out of
Fine,
like the wind!
That freaking does it!
You're mine!
Raging Flame!
This one's all mine!
Glacial Spear.
Here's the evil!
Blow away!
In here! Freeze Laser!
Here I go!
Here with the others!
Raining Slash!
I can handle it.
Stunning Supernova! Mega Ray! Gemini Hawk!
Far enough.
Annihilation! Raging Storm!
Now you're
Blow away! Eternal
Not
Devastation!
on my watch!
Big blast!
Blow away!
Here goes! Raging! Mega
Demon
Ray!
Fang!
Back into Dragon! Tucked away!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Wind
Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Now I'm in the groove! Take this!
Dance!
Where are you going?
Let's get you all tucked away!
Storm!
Here I go! You're mine! Raging
Rising
Storm!
Falcon!
Banana!
Blow
Let's
away!
go! Ammo! First aid!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Lightning Orb!
Ready to go.
Lightning Condemned!
Smash you!
Annihilation!
Blow
Thunder
away!
Blade!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Hold nothing back!
That freaking does it!
Freeze Lancer!
Raining
Heal!
Slash!
Swallow Dance!
Eternal
Dance in the
Devastation!
wind!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Demon Fang!
Now!
Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Will this help?
Talon Storm!
Here I come!
Healing Circle! Raging
just
Storm!
Raining Slash!
Here goes!
Nice while it lasts.
Thank you.
Denied.
They're not playing around. First aid!
I owe you one!
Swallow Dance!
Demon!
I'm all stuffed up. Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Demon Fang!
That move.
Dance in the wind!
Here comes the big one!
Freeze this will come in handy.
I'll bring you back.
Demon Fang!
Crossblade! Resuscitation!
Will this help?
Blow away! I owe you one!
Supernova!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
In a bind?
Eternal Devastation!
Now I'm in the groove!
Demon Fang! Blow away! Crush!
Dance in the wind!
That
Such a failure.
I can handle
Mega
it.
Ray! Lightning
I'll
Condemned!
bring you back from death's abyss.
Resuscitation! Hear me!
Not
Flame
done
of
yet.
Fury! Burning Strike!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Freeze Lancer!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Hit! Resuscitation! I'll heal you all!
Far enough.
No! It can't end here!
Not much longer! Hey, that... Lightning Condemned! Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Raining Slash!
First aid!
Demon Fang!
ready and ready!
Thunderblade! Searing Flame!
Take this!
Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Wind Astrolator!
Can't move!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Talon Hurricane! Dance in the wind!
Will this help?
Not done yet!
Healing Raging Storm!
I'll finish you here and now!
I'm only getting lightning!
Luna Rondo!
Eat this!
I'm out!
Rising Falcon!
Lightning
Luna
Orb!
Rondo!
The enemy is going all out!
Hurricane Strike! Hurricane
Feel the
Strike!
wind! Here's a healing arc! First aid! For the stockpile!
Feel like me.
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Freeze Lancer!
Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
Alright, there you are!
You pay for that! Try harder! Not a chance!
Here, let me help.
You picked the wrong fight!
Bullseye. It's weakened. Lightning condemned.
This ends now! Eternal devastation!
Pierce the evil.
Raining slash! Eternal
Lightning
devastation!
condemned.
Where are you going?
Thunderblade. By the power
No
of
further!
lightning. Downblade. Another
Demon
blade.
Fang.
Far enough!
In here. Get out of there with the other.
Eternal devastation!
Annihilation.
Demon Fang!
Raging storm.
Roll away.
Let's go.
Piss off!
They're not playing around. Flame of fury. Burning strike.
Glacial
Raging
spear.
lightning. Pierce the evil. Seal. Lancer.
It's about to strike!
Back from death's abyss.
Look sharp, everyone!
Bring it on. Take it together. I'll heal you
Demon
all.
Fang!
Raging storm. Healing circle.
Here you go! I feel like
Demon Fang! Demon
Thank
Fang!
you.
No more Miss Nice Girl. Magna Ray.
Demon Fang!
Annihilation.
I'll run you through! Not my finest.
Stay away from my... friend!
Get on in there with the others. This one's mine.
Raining slash! Easter!
Annihilation.
I'm on it!
Here,
Blow away!
Lightning
Eternal
orb.
devastation!
All right, now.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Want something to munch on, Hootle?
All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him.
You
know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
What the?
Okay, off we go.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that. Pow!
You're mine!
In the wind! How's this?
Swallow dance!
I'll be saving this
Here I
one.
come!
Annihilation!
Crush!
Mega Ray! Fresh!
Raining slash! Eternal devastation!
Sweet mouth!
Hurricane
More
thrust!
of the stockpile!
I'll stop its charge.
Thank you, Sarah!
Lunar Rondo!
Alright!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. A fish! You saw it too, right?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Nothing's biting. There we go. I reeled us in a big one.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
Ha! All right. Good fishers always keep their cool. Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
I've got something. You've got to know when to quit. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
We should be able to cook here.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Mind if I join you, Law?
I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! It's over! Radiant Slash! Eternal Devastation! Demon Fang!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. Dance in the wind!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Demon Fang! Radiant Fang!
There! I'm only getting started.
It's over!
Air thrust!
It's over!
I'm only getting started now.
Flew away! Radiant Slash!
Hey, flame of...
I'm not trying to be dramatic.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Dance in the wind!
Rising Thrust!
Lightning condemned!
Ikara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I can feel my precision improving.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my arc.
When he slows down, that's our chance! Here I come!
We're trying to keep up with the head!
You're finished!
Radiant Slash! Evil! Light Freeze Blazer!
In a bind?
Sleep now!
You're mine!
Lord of the Starfire! By the power of
You
water!
require a hand.
Thunder Ray!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here I come!
Hear me!
Eternal Devastation! Try harder!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Radiant Cascade!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant Slash!
Easy! Way to go!
My turn! I'm on it!
One last
I'll
one!
run you through!
Raining slash! Demon tag!
Glimmer
Take
Flash!
this!
Mega Ray!
It's over!
Raging Cascade!
Amazing.
Feel!
Crush shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
This should... make for some good weapon crafting material.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Here, raging cascade! In here!
Eternal devastation!
Airborne beast. My special.
Freeze laser!
It got fire!
I've got
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust! Blazing Falcon!
Here's evil. I'm here.
You're finished!
Leave your charges to me.
Here I come! Stardust!
Dance in the wind. Sealed.
Swallow
Get
Dance!
out of there with
Rising
this.
Wyvern! Eagle Attack!
Glacial spear. Here's
Blazing
evil.
Falcon!
All right. It's showtime. Air thrust.
Dragon Shell! Rising Wyvern!
Lightning conduct. Do it. Thunderblade. Farewell. Astral energy. Full throttle.
I've still got a ways to go!
Out of our way.
Take this!
Not in your dreams.
Eternal devastation! Blew away! Demon Tank! Try harder! Not a chance!
Blind freak!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Easy and smelly to me. Yeah!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Sealed! Here comes!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Here I come! Shut him down! Eternal devastation!
Now I'm in trouble!
Demon Tank!
Lightning orb! Here's a healing arc!
It's time! You're finished! Eat dirt!
Away!
Here I come!
Now! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable.
Pow!
Company!
Hurricane Thrust!
Mega Ray!
Rising Falcon!
Don't mind if I do!
Eternal devastation!
Here I go! A banana! Let's go!
It's over!
Hear me! I'm never fit! Dance in the wind! Feel!
You're mine! It's over!
Away! Leave the enemy's arms to me! Long! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Right! Next one!
Here I come!
Already on it!
Now
You see what I can do!
Lightning orb!
Raging
No!
Shell!
Hey! What
Demon
is
Tank!
Arctic! Coming
Megasonic
through!
Thrust! Pierce!
Searing flame!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning! Do it! I'm
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go! Pounce!
Take this!
Eat this! Heal force!
Eternal
Raging
devastation!
cascade!
Demon
Do it!
Tank! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we got them all.
bad feeling about this. I'm like bait to them.
Glimmer flash! Raining flash!
Blow away. Lightning orb. Here's evil.
Rising falcon!
Let them go. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Demon Fang! Eternal devastation! Raining flash! Blow away!
Go. Magna
Strike! Here I come! Strike!
Anything in armor is all
It's over!
Lightning condense. Thunderblade.
Here I come!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hey, look at that enemy.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No further!
Go.
Hey,
I'm only
when did
getting
I get so popular?
Thunder Steel. Raging Thunder. Here, let me have it. First aid. Big flare. Mega ray.
Here I come!
Astral energy. Let me help. First aid.
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana? Not to a Renin, they don't.
This is looking good. You'll pay for that! Demon Knight! Can't move!
Seal. Resuscitate me. Here's a healing arc. First aid. Supernova.
That frickin' does it! That frickin' does it!
Light astral energy. Resuscitation. Photon. Equal assault.
Not done yet!
This one's mine.
Crush!
Ready and raring!
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. That's gonna smart. Radiant pierce! Let us bring you back to the depths of this! Resuscitation! Will this help?
Here I come!
I can't heal you forever! Astral energy!
My turn!
Radiant cascade! Hey, that's now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Anything in
Do
armor is all
it! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Here I come!
Here
Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I can feel my precision improving.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
I'll hold on to that.
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
I hate camping out.
choice.
Marksman handled this.
Take this!
I'm expert. Coming through. I'm like bait to them.
You're mine! Eternal devastation!
Pesky airborne
These
scoundrel.
enemies sounds like a job for yours truly!
No complaints here!
It's over! Blow away! Start up! I'm not done! Demon Fang! Blow away! Crush!
We're in the home stretch, guys!
What do you say? Eyes on the prize!
That focus
Not
goes
today.
double for you, Law!
Me? How come I get singled out?
Do it!
It's time!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right. Next one.
Already yours!
You're finished! Blow away! Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Oh!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Hurricane Thrust!
Thunderbolt!
Dance! Take this! You're finished!
Now I'm in
You're mine!
Here's the evil! You all tucked away.
Blow away!
Lancer!
We got fire!
I'm done! Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! You're mine!
Photon flash!
Raining Slash! Eternal devastation!
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go! I'm all
You're mine!
Photon flash!
Blow away!
All finished
Do
with
it!
you! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious? I'm surrounded!
No!
Take it!
Soaring Light Spear!
Swallow Dance!
Wind astral
Rising
confiscate!
Eagle
Radiant Air Wind! Air thrust! I can do this all day!
Flying Freeze!
What can they just glacial spear?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Raining Slash! Eternal devastation!
An astral art?
That's my cue! Someone seems in tip-top
Shut
form.
him down!
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever.
Dragon Swarm! Lightning Water! Demon Fang! I'm not done!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Log on.
Rising Light!
Hey, that...
Rising...
Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
If you're in the sky, then
Hurricane!
Quit staring and concentrate on the fight.
do it! I don't take orders from you!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Get lost!
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Lightning
Rising
Not
thrust!
on my watch!
Rip and tear! Take this!
Raging
Radiant
Cascade!
blast! Eternal devastation!
Mana Ray! Let's get you up!
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
You're finished!
By the power of
Blow
water!
away! Crush!
Dance in the wind!
The enemy feels off too.
We'll soon see about that! Alright,
Blow away! Demon Fang! Megasonic thrust! It's over! Watch this! Demon Fang!
Now!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
They're surrounding us!
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Eat this!
Stroda!
Thunderfly! Constantine! Mega Ray!
Strut!
By the power of
Blow
water!
away!
Raging Storm!
Dragon Sword!
Dragon Show! Sighted! Glitter Take this! I'm on the force!
Demon Fang! Eternal devastation!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
First strike!
Freeze Lantern! Photon Snap!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Dragon Show!
Now I'm feeling cruel! This one's mine! Now!
Eagle Assault!
Who wants to die next?
Blow away! First strike!
Any injuries?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Dragon Here's the evil! Freeze
Eat this! You're mine!
Healing
There you go! So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint. This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
Flame of
Here I come!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! More for the
Eternal
Freeze
devastation! Raining blast!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's
this.
content.
Crush!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house? Looks like trouble.
Hurricane
Capital T!
together we've got this!
Here's the evil!
Blow away! It's over! Eternal devastation! This one's all mine!
I never miss! Raging Cascade!
Big blast!
Dance to the wind!
I'm not done!
Photon Blast!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Megasonic thrust!
Dance in the wind!
Demon Fang!
Coming through! Photon Raging Cascade! In here!
Here I come!
Lightning! Eagle Assault!
Crush!
You require a hand.
Dance in the wind! It's over! Air back!
Here I come!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
opponent like this should be easy. Rising
Let the Marlon and handle this. Here I come! Mega Ray!
You're finished!
By the power of water!
Dragon form! Rising Water! Rising Falcon! You're mine! You're finished! Raining Flash!
They got me flanked!
Here I come! Raining Flash! Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! Take this! Eternal Devastation!
I'm only getting
Eternal Devastation!
Reload!
That gun of yours is real handy at a pinch.
It takes a true marksman to use.
Well, can't think of anyone better than you, Shion.
Here I come!
Annihilation! Lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Already on it!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Out of our way!
Take this!
Glacial
Raining
Spear!
Flash!
Can't
Eternal
be
Devastation!
Eagle Dive!
Crush! Demon
Now!
Fang!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
I'm just getting
Demon Fang! Blew away!
Annihilation!
Eternal Devastation!
Can't be Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more! I've still got a ways to go! Gotta break through! Tear!
Breaking Spear! Here's Eagle! Puddle!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Demon
I'll
Fang!
heal you all!
Eternal Devastation!
Here goes!
Ignite!
Here goes!
I can only rely on
Blow away! You're mine!
Rely on my Glacial Spear!
Here I come!
Here's the Evo!
You're finished!
Freeze Lancer! Lightning Orb! Not in your dreams! Here I go!
Here I come! Demon Fang!
Orb! Mega
Dragon
Ray!
Swarm!
Hey,
Megasonic Thrust! Here!
Steel!
Blow away!
Tucked away!
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Demon Fang!
I'm on a roll now!
Eternal Devastation!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
going. Eagle assault!
Here I come!
Hear me! Flame of
Raining
fury!
slash!
Lightning
Eternal
orb!
devastation! Burn!
Glacial spear! Here's yours! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one! Arctic
You're
coming
mine.
through!
Already up!
In the wind! Freeze Lancer! Feel!
Here I come! Dance!
What's this?
Stardust!
Eagle assault!
Come one, come all!
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
Wicked
Smash! Now!
Demon Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you? Hey, when did I get so popular?
No escape!
Not in your dreams!
Dance! Red flash! This one's all mine!
Let's go!
Demon Fang!
Light now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Raining slash! Blow away! Eternal devastation! Not on!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more trouble.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
First strike! I'm not done! Demon Fang!
Carve through armor!
Healing circle!
Thanks! Dragon Gem!
I'm sorry to hear that.
We've all got enough on our hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Here I come! Megasonic thrust!
Eagle do it!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong! What about me? Air thrust! Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Take this.
Waterfall!
You're mine! Glimmer Dragon! Demon Fang! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Demon Fang! Try harder! Now! Dragon Shout! Struck!
There you go.
Demon Fang! Try harder! Coming here! Not a chance! Roll away! Demon Fang!
Fall.
It's turning devastation!
Fall.
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Do you require help? Die.
Demon Fang!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Glacial Spear! Pierce Eel!
Burn!
Show me your strength.
Now, call it feeling!
Take it down!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
you guys checked your equipment lately?
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Come and face me!
Here's the Lancer!
Here I come! I'm Eternal Devastation! Demon Fang!
Only getting started! Raging Storm!
You're mine!
It's
You're
over!
finished!
We're doomed! Doomed!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right? I'm calm.
Here I go!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
I'll tear you apart!
Crush!
Xion!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one!
Already on it!
Oh, it's there! Got it! Magic
No
Arrow!
way! Take this!
Raging Cascade!
Eternal Devastation! Here! Megasonic
You're
Thrust!
such a failure.
You'll pay for that! Take this! Here I come!
Resuscitation! Air through Here's a Helios!
Here I come! This time!
Thank you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Tear you apart!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Lightning
Eternal Devastation! Here!
Eagle Fly!
Megasonic Thrust!
That freaking does it!
Here, let me help.
Demon Fang!
Lightning Raging Cascade!
Crumble!
Radiant Blood! Power to the level! Our magic is in! Right here! Let's get you off the
Radiant Blood!
I never miss!
Come and get it!
Leave the weekend work to me!
This ends
No
now!
place here!
Blow away! Take this! Now! While it's reeling!
Watch this!
Eternal Devastation! All mine! Demon Fang! Crush!
Take this!
Wind Astral Energy!
Eat this! Oh, it's you!
A big waterfall!
Hard up!
Feel!
Eat this!
Try harder!
There you go!
Crush!
I can carve through armor!
Blow away!
Crush! I'll tear you apart!
Will this help? Photon Blast!
Try harder! Radiant
Healing
Slash!
Circle!
Eternal Devastation! Crush! Demon Fang!
See that you don't get in trouble again.
Demon Fang!
I'll heal you all!
Raining Slash!
Steel
Blow
Sword!
away!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Will this help?
I'm on it!
Crush!
Lightning!
Blow away!
Lightning Descent! There!
Who are you human?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
By the power of Flash!
Stay away from my friend!
You require a hand.
Ready to go!
I can't lose!
Eagle Assault!
Lurch Energy! Here, Big Flame! Reload! Here's evil! Don't mind if I do! Freeze Lancer! Hard Throttling! Arcade
Raining Slash! Eternal
I
Devastation!
can do this all day!
Raining Slash!
Here, time! Mega Wave! Annihilation!
Raining Slash!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Demon Fang!
Light Astral Raging Cascade!
Eternal Devastation!
Lightning Orb!
Eat this!
Falling behind!
Looks like this one's mine!
Like hell in here!
Power Spore!
Blow away! Eternal devastation!
Oh, now you're talking!
Already sealed! It's over! Counter hurricane! By the
Try harder! Not a chance!
Eagle Side!
Blow away! Eternal devastation!
Dance in the wind! Air blast! Lightning condense! Annihilate!
Blow away!
Smash you!
Hear me! Flame and fury!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
They really made us work for that one.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife here.
I know, and it all looks freaking delicious too!
Who said anything about eating them?
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain.
Make sure to get some good rest. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
once one of your friends, Hootle?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.